Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Love Burn. Oh wait, sorry, no, I forgot. I'm not Eminem. But anyways, hey, no more. It's too bad. This might become my new look, but I don't know. That's just a maybe. But yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, you may not notice about me, but I'm actually a bit of a huge Eminem fan. Some might even call me a stan. I know, exits to the left. But anyways, I'm going to now rank my top 10 favorite Eminem songs right here, right now. And you clicked on this video, so you will be subject to the torture that is listening to me talk about some rapper. But anyways, let me now get into my top 10 right about. Some of them you, some of them what I gotta do to get through. Also become an Sorry, I can't do it. Anyways, number 10 on my list is Rap God, originally coming from the second Marshall Mathers LP, but then getting its own single not too much later in 2013. Anyways, yeah, this song is generally pretty good, and it's one of his longer songs, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Sorry, but yeah, it's one of his longer songs, but it definitely makes up for it with, like, seriously, like, the beat itself, very nice, music, also great, and then, of course, there's that part, which is, that's only his 7th fastest segment in any of his songs. By the way, just so you know, number 1 is Godzilla from Music to Me or Murder By, but I will get to that album later, don't you worry. But yeah, Rap God is one of my personal favorite Eminem albums, even if he says that slur for, gay people many times throughout the song. But yeah. Anyways, despite that, it is still one of his better songs to me. I say that as if he's bad. He's not. But this is one of his best songs in my opinion. And honestly, the view count really shows that. But yeah. I don't really have much to say on this. Like, there was nothing that really stood out. It's just kind of one big, like, pile of things just coming together. But anyways, now I guess it's time to move on to my number 9, which is I take 7 kids from Columbus, stand all alone, AK-47, revolver, 9. But yeah, based on that very controversial line, I'm sure you might already know what I'm talking about. I'm going from the second Marshall Mathers LP right to the first with I'm Back. Probably one of his more controversial songs from the app, let's say. And one of, if not the only song to my knowledge actually, to actually have censored lyrics on the explicit version. Those being the ones that I just said and might have to censor after this video gets put up because, stuff. But anyways, yeah, now that I got that out of the way, I just want to say, this song is great to me. I love this song. Like, seriously, that one segment, if it was uncensored, I could die happy. But you had to screw with it, didn't you? YouTube, MTV, I don't know who did it, but screw you royally, my friends. But anyways, yeah. I also love the bit near the end of that verse, the bit of, impregnating his own mother and then saying the child is his. I am not going to play that because I more than likely have a fairly young audience and I do not want to traumatize them. But if you want to go ahead and traumatize yourself, then look up the song. It's called I'm Back by Eminem. Although you'll probably already know that because I said the title at the start of this segment. And also, the video is literally called my top 10 favorite Eminem songs. Idiots. But anyways, yeah, it's a very interesting song. But honestly, just makes it all the better for me. Anyways, now that I'm done with that song, we can move on to number 8, which is, well, it is the next day, and I just realized I forgot to record the segment for my number 7 pick. Wait, no, it was my number 8 pick. I forgot to record segment 4. But, yeah. My number 8 pick was Black Magic. Yeah. Basically, it's a song from Music to Be Murdered By, side B, which, yeah, it's about, basically, it's just Eminem talking about, like, a really toxic relationship, much like in songs like Puke, except this time, he just murders the girlfriend at the end. Yeah. It also has a bunch of, Eminem, a bunch of, Imagine Dragons references, I forgot what the beef was there, but, there was beef. But, or was there? I don't know. There was something going on between two parties, but, yeah. It's a good song. Like, music is good, the lyrics are amazing, the crow noises are really good, and honestly, probably one of, if not his most underrated song from the album. Well, I don't have much else to say on it, because it is 11 a.m. on a Sunday, and I am tired as hell. So, yeah. Back to your regular scheduled program. While you work, she was some dude trying to get off, screw slitting it through, cut this hoe's head off! Guilty conscience. It is quite the song, now isn't it? Essentially, the story of this song is it goes through 3 people who are all about to do something pretty bad, and then Dr. Dre, aka your conscience, comes into play. The first scenario is some guy going to rob a liquor store because, he's dissatisfied with how life is going right now. And then, boom, Dr. Dre comes into play, and then in comes Slim Shady. And, yeah, they basically play the angel and devil. Obviously, Dre is the angel on your shoulder, while Slim Shady, well, I'll leave you to guess what he is. In that first story, again, it is some dude trying to rob a liquor store, but then in the next story, it definitely escalates to some guy trying to, do things with a 15-year-old. And then, boom, Dre comes in, and, yeah. And so does Slim. But, anyways, yeah. After that, there is some guy who comes home to see his wife, trying to, as I said at the start of this segment, with some dude trying to get off, and eventually, after bringing up some stuff from Dre's past, Slim Shady and Dre both encourage this guy to just start shooting. And honestly, I would too. On a serious note, I love the beat, I love the lyrics, like the green screening hasn't aged that well, but still, it was revolutionary for the time, and this song is genuinely amazing and hilarious to me, and probably a lot of other people. Probably the highlight of the Slim Shady LP. But, anyways, now we move on from, number 7 to number 6. And for number 6, I have I'm leaving heaven. I'm leaving heaven. Angels won't find me where I'm going. Next up, we're talking about Leaving Heaven. Another song from Music to Be Murdered By. I really like this album. You will tell once we get a bit further into this list. But, anyways, let's actually get into this little song of ours. So, this song is talking about how much Eminem hates his dad. And the fact that, he abandoned him at the age of 1-year-old, I think. I think that's the story, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it that much. But, anyways, yeah, this song is talking about how much he hates what his dad did to him, and how maybe if he had been there, maybe M wouldn't have gone through everything that he had, or as much at least. But at the end of the song, he slowly comes to terms with the fact that maybe if he hadn't gone through everything he went through, then he wouldn't have really been what he is today. And so he actually thanks his dad for not being there.
Blind people.
But, yeah. He finally, at the end of the song, tells him to rest in peace, but with one final warning. See you in hell. And honestly, yeah. Honestly, I dread the day that Eminem goes to hell for his dad's sake. Because honestly, if this song is anything to go off of, he will rip into his dad very severely. But yeah, this song is very good in general. And again, collaboration with Skylar Grey. Again, those are always amazing. But yeah, in general, great song, great everything really. Plus, it had a pretty fast part, which surprisingly isn't in the top 10 of fastest Eminem songs. But anyways, now let's move on to another song, which is our number 5 pick, which is Guess Your Time Is Over. No suicide note, just a note for target distance. But if you want to know the reason why I did this, you'll never find a motive. Yep, we're talking about one of the more controversial Eminem songs in recent times. Well, besides basically everything from his latest album, we will be talking about Music to Be Murdered by a Hit and one of the few songs off that album to get a music video, Darkness. A song based around the Las Vegas shootings, if I'm recalling correctly. And honestly, despite the messages of this, despite what the song is about, which is again very tragic. Plus, he even had a warning at the beginning of the song, which very nice of him to do that. Kind of like how he did for The Way I Am. It's quite the banger, I must say. Yeah, but yeah, beat's good, and I like how it kind of blurs the lines between Eminem setting up for the concert and the Las Vegas shooter, stuff like locked and loaded for rapid fire spitting. That could either be locked and loaded for rapid fire on his gun, as the Las Vegas shooter, or rapid fire spitting of bars from Eminem. You don't really know which one it is until you reach the finale of the song. And honestly, I just think that's a really cool concept, So yeah, generally good song, great lyrics, and my condolences to anyone affected by these shootings. Hair. But anyways, that's about all I have to say on Darkness. So let's move on to my pick for number 4, which is I turn around, find a gun on the ground, cock it, put it to my brain, scream, die, shady, and pop it. While I'm gone. One of Eminem's greatest songs, I just helped him putting it at number 4 on my top 10 favorite Eminem songs. I really like the message the song gets across. The fact that he's kind of scared that he can't be there for his kids because of what he does for a living. He's scared they won't be able to be a father to his kids because he's a world famous rapper. He has to travel the world all the time for his shows. He has to write lyrics for songs, record the songs. Such a busy schedule. How is he gonna have time for his children? That's the main thing that he's getting across in this song. That he's scared that this will happen. And he may say that Mockingbird was his most emotional song for recording, but to a lot of people, this is his most emotional song. For me, it's temporary, but still, this song, beat, beautiful, lyrics, even better, and then the message, something that you'll notice is a common theme in this video is that every Eminem song, the best Eminem songs, seem to have some kind of message to them. For instance, later on with a certain song you may recognize from the description, it's about not being too obsessed with the people that you idolize. Or with this, it's him saying I'm scared that I won't be there for my kids because of this job that I've taken up. It takes real bravery to admit that, and to admit it through one of the best songs that I've ever heard. That is quite the achievement. But, yeah, it's, sure it can't be easy for him, but hey, maybe it seems like things have turned out well, so good on you for balancing this kind of career with taking care of your kids. Good job on that. But anyways, that's about it for when I'm gone. So now we move on to number 3, which is he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Blah. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Yep, we're talking about Lose Yourself. This is my 3rd favorite Eminem song, and let's all be honest with ourselves. It slaps. Like, you know a song is good. I mean, fan-made animation of it to this day has like 1 billion views, which well, not fan animation, but fan music video. Very impressive, whoever made that video. But yeah, seriously. This one doesn't have any nuanced messages or anything like that. Like, it's not like one of those songs like the next 2 songs on this list, but it's still amazing. Like, beat, iconic. Lyrics, like, some of these things are just straight memes, like Mom's Spaghetti and Snap Back to Reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Like, this song is one of Eminem's most timeless songs. Like, not his best, but this song is absolutely timeless. A lot of these songs will likely be outdated after a few years or decades. Like, for example, Darkness. Like a lot of people aren't gonna remember these Las Vegas shootings in a few decades or so. So that song's kind of gonna be a bit outdated by then. But yeah, songs like this, like, because there's like this song is just gonna, like, this song just gets better with time, honestly. Like seriously, some of these lyrics just amazing, like, beautiful. Like, sorry I haven't been doing much describing, but I can't really play the songs because last time I did that, I got like 4 copyright claims and barely any views anyway. But yeah. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? Oh, sorry. Yeah. I don't really have much to say on this one. It's just good, but I'll have a lot more to say on the next entry on this list, which is I love you, Slim. We could have been together. Think about it. You're ruining now, and I hope you can't sleep. You dream about it. And when you dream, I hope you can't sleep. You scream about it. I hope your conscience eats you, but you can't breathe without me. Stan. Stan is by far one of Eminem's best songs, and in my opinion, his best song from the Marshall Mathers LP 1 or 2, really. Which yeah, makes sense considering it's my second most favorite Eminem song. But this isn't really a song. I'm gonna steal this from one of the comments underneath the YouTube music version of this video, but this is not a song. This is a story with music behind it. Like, it may seem like a song, but it's more of a story to it. It starts with pretty tame, you know, this guy called Stan in his basement just writing to Eminem, you know, talk about stuff like, oh, I gotta name my kid Bonnie if it's a daughter, because, you know, my girlfriend's pregnant and all, and, sorry about your Uncle Ronnie. No, nice stuff like that. But then, in the second verse, it's a bit more extreme, like, hey, why are you ignoring us at the show? Come on, man. Like, hey, I like to cut my wrist too. And, by the way, we should be together too. Yeah. And then, in the third verse, he just goes completely unhinged, as like, the part I was saying at the beginning was, that was a lyric in the third verse. Plus, he also tied up his girlfriend in the trunk and then drove his car over a bridge. Yeah, the fourth verse is Eminem finally writing back after the events of everything else around this thing. But, yeah, it's, yeah, his reaction when he realizes that the person he saw on the news was Stan, and that Stan had killed himself driving his car over a bridge into the waters was, yeah, it was real good. But, yeah, the song is, quite nuts now, isn't it? It's definitely quite the story. And, not one that anyone's really been able to, that any of his other songs really been able to replicate. Like, none of his other songs have really been able to replicate how good Stan is in recent times. Well, except for one. One very recent song of his. One of his best songs and my personal favorite Eminem song. The one from his latest album, The Death of Slim Shady. And that song is no, it's not that. It's not that. I'd probably get shot if that was my favorite Eminem song. Like, I don't even think Eminem likes it. But nope. It's actually I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life is shattered, my hopes and my dreams. This is one of the, as I call them, the 4 horsemen of holy hell, this guy loves his kids. Which, those 4 horsemen are this, Temporary, which also comes from the Death of Slim Shady album, When I'm Gone, and Mockingbird. But, yeah. This is probably one of Eminem's best songs, and the conclusion to his most recent album. Well, unless you're counting the expanded Mourner's edition. But, yeah. Anyways, this song is one of his sadder songs. Like, kind of starts like a what-if scenario. Like all the fans were always like, oh, Eminem should have stuck with Slim Shady. Like, he should have stayed on drugs. What happened to Slim? This is what would have happened if he had listened to you. This is what would have happened if he stayed on drugs. If he hadn't grown out of Slim Shady. He'd be dead. He would have died from a drug overdose like a decade ago. Or probably more. Like, he would have missed so much of his kids' lives. Like, he would have missed his brother giving birth to his child. Would have missed Kim giving birth. He wouldn't have been able to walk her down the aisle. Anyways, yeah, this is what would have happened. Like, he would have missed out on all of this and more if he had listened to you. If he had stayed on drugs. So, yeah, it's quite the emotional song. And, in my opinion, it has my vote for the best song Eminem has ever made. Well, that's the video. I hoped you enjoyed me, sing a little bit of Eminem in between, but, yeah. Anyways, that is the end of my video, and, just remember, I think I was gonna say something, but I forgot.